The flight line is a place of dangerous activity. Technicians who perform maintenance on the flight line must constantly be aware of what is going on around them. The noise on a flight line comes from many places. Aircraft are only one source of noise. There are auxiliary power units, fuel
สวัสดี
trucks,
ค่ะท่านผู้โดยสาร
baggage
ที่นั่ง
handling
ในส่วนถัด
equipment,
ไป
and
นี้
so
นะคะ
forth.
จะเที่ยวบิน
Each has its own
ANA
frequency of
787
sound.
เป็นศูนย์ศูนย์
Combined
2 นะคะ
altogether,
จากท่าอากาศยาน
noises on the ramp or flight line can cause hearing loss. There are many types of hearing protection available. Hearing protection can be external or internal. The external protection is the earmuff or headphone type. The internal type fits into the auditory canal. Both types will reduce the sound level reaching the eardrum and reduce the chances of hearing loss. Hearing protection should also be used when working with pneumatic drills, rivet guns, or other loud or noisy tools or machinery. Because of their high frequency, even short duration exposure to these sounds can cause hearing loss. Continued exposure will cause permanent hearing loss. Fligh is any damage caused by any loose object to aircraft personnel or equipment. These loose objects can be anything from broken runway concrete to shop towels to safety wire. To control FOD, keep ramp and operation areas clean, have a tool control program, and provide convenient receptacles for trash, used hardware, shop towels, and other consumables. The modern gas turbine engine will create a low pressure area in front of the engine that will cause any loose object to be drawn into the engine. The exhaust of these engines can propel loose objects great distances with enough force to damage anything that is hit. The importance of an FOD program cannot be overstressed when a technician considers the cost of engines, components, or the cost of a human life. Never leave tools or other items around the intake of a turbine engine. As with the previously mentioned items, it is important to be aware of propellers. Do not assume the pilot of a taxiing aircraft can see you. Technicians must stay where the pilot can see them while on the ramp area. Turbine engine intakes and exhausts can also be very hazardous areas. There should be no smoking or open flames anywhere near an aircraft in operation. Be aware of aircraft fluids that can be detrimental to skin. When operating support equipment around aircraft, be sure to allow space between it and the aircraft and secure it so it cannot roll into the aircraft. All items in the area of operating aircraft must be stowed properly. Every type of helicopter has its own differences. These differences must be learned to avoid damage to the helicopter or injury to the technician. When approaching a helicopter while the blades are turning, observe the rotor head and blades to see if they are level. This will allow maximum clearance as you approach the helicopter. Approach the helicopter in view of the pilot. Never approach a helicopter carrying anything with a vertical height that blades could hit. This could cause blade damage and personal injury. Never approach a single masterhead helicopter from the rear. The tail rotor is invisible when operating. Never go from one side of the helicopter to the other by going around the tail. Always go around the nose of the helicopter. When securing the rotor on helicopters with elastometric bearings, check the maintenance manual for the proper method. Using the wrong method could damage the bearings.